A big hello to everyone. Welcome, Class 11, Session 2020-21. Two things are happening new this year. First, you are beginning your studies earlier. Second, in all the subjects, also computer science, you will be helped not only by your subject teacher, but of course, the teachers of all other KVs as well. So you all be confident, motivated, have faith in yourself, and begin the journey of computer science with Python, SQL, networking, emerging trends, and lots more. So always learn with a smile, which is the motto of all my presentations, to be followed by the presentations of many other teachers. So, all the best, all of you. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the world of computer science, class 11. And here is your first chapter, Computer System and Organization. Yes, I hope all of you are ready and eager to learn the first chapter and start your journey of computer science. So, as I said, the motto is learn with a smile. What is the first unit of this chapter? It is computer system hardware. Let's proceed. In this chapter, basically, we are going to learn these things. What is a computer? Data, information, the block diagram, input, processing, output, about the devices which aid in input, processing, output, and battery. This chapter comprises of 10 marks, which comes in your half-yearly exam and in session ending exam. This is just the beginning. There is lots more in this chapter. But yes, being a student of computer science, we have to begin with what is a computer. I know from your childhood you have been learning this definition, and this definition still stays that a computer is an electronic device which takes some data, processes it, and gives some output. Now, it takes a set of instructions. Those set of instructions are basically the programmable part. So, the set of instructions is known as a program. After it receives the set of instructions, it will operate on the data and it will compute the result. We know that computer comprises of hardware and software. So hardware are the physical components and software are those instructions which basically run the computer. Hardware, tangible, software which is not tangible. We got the word data right now, that computer works on data. So what do we mean by data? Data means raw facts and figures. And if we process it, it becomes information. Suppose I write here 11, after that I write CS, after that I write 49. So I am getting raw facts and figures here, 11, CS, 49. What does this mean? It is difficult to get in this manner. Now let us process it. And if I say there are 49 students students in class 11 says. So this becomes a complete information. From where did we get this information? From the data. Hence, information is processed data. These are the parts of a computer. There is nothing new in this, but I hope you all are aware of all the parts. Starting from monitor, keyboard, mouse, the computer unit or the cabinet, and the other external USB ports through which we can connect the different devices or the different peripherals. A commonly used word is peripheral. Peripheral, right? Peripheral also means the hardware portion, peripherals. You will come across this word also in your books. Every system is linked with these three parts. We need to have input, process, output. Say you are preparing tea. So definitely if you are preparing tea, your input will be tea leaves, tea leaf. Then you have water, right? After that, what are you going to have? You are going to have sugar, milk if required. Then you will boil the water and you will put the tea leaves. The process goes on and the final output is your cup full of tea, right? So every system follows through this particular IPO cycle: input, process, output. So how can the computer system be devoid of it? Definitely, computer system also consists of the IPO cycle. That is why we have the input device, which gives the input to whom? To the CPU, which does the processing, finally giving the output. This block diagram is very important from your exam point of view. So whenever a block diagram is asked, please draw this kind of diagram. Please don't draw a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse. Block diagram, the presentation has to be in this particular manner. Okay, so this is basically how the computer system works. Taking input, then the processing is done. Finally, it gives the output. Now within CPU we are finding control unit, arithmetic logic unit. We'll deal about it. Then you have another section of storage of data being done by the memory unit. Now, input. Who does the input? Obviously, the input device will do the input. So what is input device? Piece of hardware which is used to provide data to a computer for interaction and control. Now, all of you are very aware of these hardware devices. We have mouse, mic, camera, keyboard, then you have joystick, those who play games. So all of you are quite familiar with these input devices. All of these are used to provide input to the system. Then, output devices. Obviously, output device is any hardware unit. See, the word peripheral has come here, which receives data from a computer, usually for display or projection. Now, we also know that these are our output devices. You have seen all of them, I suppose. Monitor, the most basic one, speakers, webcam, headphone, printer, all are output devices. Sometimes you get classification. Classify the devices as input device or output device. Input, output, the extreme points have been dealt with. What is in between? In between is the CPU or the central processing unit. Right? The CPU handles all the instructions it receives from hardware and software. And what does it do? It takes the input, it interprets or processes it, then it gives the output to your monitor. Now again, the CPU is divided, or it has two components: the arithmetic logic unit, which does all the arithmetic logical decision operations, and the control unit, which actually controls all the processes. So the CPU is divided into arithmetic logic unit and the control unit. Finally, we have the section battery. Now what does this small thing do? The battery, the purpose of the battery is to hold the settings of the computer. Okay. So if you get a chance that the cabinet is open, you can have a look at the battery. Sometimes it is the problem of the battery which gives certain issues in the working of the system, right? So we need to replace the battery at that moment of time. So it basically also deals with holding the correct time and date. So in a nutshell, what do we see here? That a computer is an electronic device. It has hardware and software. Then it comprises of CPU, which is the brain of the computer. Then it has memory part. Memory part will be dealt separately in another section. And the operating system, it basically acts as the interface between the computer and the user. And apart from this, you have input and output devices too. So hope all of you have enjoyed learning the basic portion of what is a computer. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.